his last 2 starts at Cowra and Young. So Tides of Fortune going in. Bond of Faith about to get set. Who scored a big win at Queanbeyan 2 starts ago, Bond of Faith, and then 7th at Goulburn last start. So half of them in. Here comes Tour Honour coming up to the gates. Thanks very much, Mark and Andrew from Sky, as runners get set for race 8 here at Canberra. Here comes Hapazen coming up to the line, and we're waiting on Bond of Faith with Erin Zar and Oakwood Lady. Tour Honour, the favourite and the best supported here, 750 into 440 on fixed odds. Oakwood Lady, a $5.50 chance. So they're moving in pretty well, and Oakwood Lady is the last one to go into the gates. 12 runners over the 1200 for the Keno Benchmark 54, final event of the day. Race 8, the red light's on, and away they go. Great Dispatch, Bond of Faith goes towards the back, and Hapazen and Oakwood Lady got away to a good start, and Tour Honour, the favourite, is pushing forward with Erin Zar. And then came Hectic, getting into a nice position, 4th the inside of Ain't She a Dane, and then came Linden Doom, Astro Dance, midfield the inside, 2 lengths further back to Lostasock, Darbalera 3 deep. Hapazen drifts back, 2 lengths Tides of Fortune, 3 away at the tail, Bond of Faith. Tour Honour, the favourite, going fast in front, led by a length to Erin Zar, 2 to Oakwood Lady, a length Ain't She a Dane, followed by Hectic, Linden Doom, Darbalera wide around, Lostasock, Astro Dance a fair way off them, but travelling pretty well. 3 lengths further back to Tides of Fortune, followed by Hapazen and Bond of Faith. Last of all as they run up with 500 to go, and Tour Honour, the favourite, will lead them into the straight by a half to Erin Zar. Oakwood Lady comes up the middle of the track with Darbalera. The widest runner is Lostasock. Astro Dance has made good ground behind them, and Hectic's battling away, and further back then came Ain't She a Dane, but Erin Zar down to the 200 raced up the Tour Honour. Here's Lostasock with a great run right down the outside, and then came Oakwood Lady. It's Lostasock out after Erin Zar, and Tour Honour. Lostasock out wide takes the lead here from Erin Zar, and Lostasock gets up to win the last by a length and a half to Erin Zar and Tour Honour. Then came Bond of Faith rattling home in a photo for 4th with Oakwood Lady, followed by Darbalera, Linden Doom, Astro Dance. Then came Tides of Fortune. Further back in the race was Hapazen from Ain't She a Dane, and Hectic has finished amongst the tail enders. So Lostasock will pay at $23.30 in New South Wales, 21 on Super Tab. And a great win, a great first up win, trained by Philip Courtney at Canberra. Adrian Late in the saddle, and so a great way to finish the day off for the stable, the Philip Courtney stable. They've bookended the program, winning the first with Running Broke and the last with Lostasock. And a great effort to win first up on a...
Very hard. Luke and I have worked very hard sorting him out. Well, I think maybe we're getting on top of it. Still improvement, I believe, in him. And once we can get that, more to go.
Well, he got right out to the centre there, and Simon, of course, you have took out the first. You and Simon took out the first and the last. But a couple of his runs on the wet have been only fair for mine, but you got him going better now.
He's going very well, John. As I said to you, the underlying issues have been his problem, and even in some of the dry track runs, his form has been inconsistent. But today, going well, good team. We've got a team of good people around me, and when we get that, mate, it makes things better.
You'll be sprinting out of bed tomorrow morning, Phil. 2 winners for you at Canberra. Great stuff.
My first double ever. Well, I'm stoked, believe me. Big party tonight for us.
Yeah. Well, look, mate, you put the work in, you and Luke, and look, it's great to see you starting to get a little bit of success. More young horses in the stable?
Lots of young horses coming along, John. Lots of young horses. But apart from Luke, my wife Deb, she puts a lot of work in, does a hell of a lot of work for me, and without Luke and Deb, well, I'd be lost.
Phil, no one can beat you to the track. What time do you guys get here every morning?
We're about here about 2:30 every morning. Very early.
That's last night, Nelly.
Pretty close.
Well, mate, look, all the hard work's starting to pay off, and he was really good there, Lostasock. I was a bit worried about him on the wet, but you've got him right now, and some nice horses, some nice times coming up for you.
I very hope so, John.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's great to be interviewing you after training 2 winners, Phil Courtney. Well done, and Adrian Late. We'll have a quick chat to Adrian, Phil's wife, Debbie, of course, doing the strapping, and his son there, Luke. It's been a great day for them, taking out the first with their 2-year-old running broke, and then Lostasock down the centre of the track. He was pretty dominant today. He's a horse that's always showed a bit of ability. I felt he was a bit of a dry track horse, but obviously I was off the mark there. And Adrian Late, take us through that, mate. He travelled well for you all the way. He wants to come and tell us that the horse wants an interview himself here. Hang on a second, we better straighten him up. And yeah, there we go, Lostasock. We nearly got his opinion. But look, mate, he travelled well. He was travelling nicely.
Yeah, ended up in not a bad spot. I mean, I've jumped on him before, sort of couldn't muster much speed. He gets over a bit of ground later on in his preps, but
and a bit of cover.
Mate, come back, had some cover. He travelled really nice. Got to the outside, sort of straightening, and he just was going forward. Like Philip did say, he said he rated him as a genuine chance. So first up, you know, he went good.
All right, mate, great way to finish off. Well done.
Another long day, John.
There we go, Adrian Late. We got through the program beautifully today. Heavy 10, some mixed results. I thought some of the better performances throughout the day, definitely Yasnat in race 2, but what a performance from, of course, Danielle Scott for Peter Roble with Queen Tara, the first leg of the quaddie race 5. What a story it was. The whole family was there. As an ex-jockey, no one forgets their first ride. I couldn't get mine home, neither could Peter Roble, but he's provided Danielle Scott. Let's face it, it was nearly a tip in itself, wasn't it? Peter, he's got a lot of time for this girl, and he sent her down here claiming the 4 kilos, and they got Queen Tara home in race 5. That was the story of the day for me, but a big win by Zig and Newey in race 4 was definitely a horse to follow. That's it from the nation's capital. I thought the track played beautifully. The rail out 8 metres, generally speaking, you're going to find a lane somewhere or other, but it seemed quite fair. For the most of the day, they won on the inside, the outside, from the front and the back. So I think hats off to the curator here, Adam Eyre. The job he's done, and the rain we've had last week, done a great job to get this meeting ahead, and some good performances throughout the day. A day off for me tomorrow. I'm sure the boys in there at Sky Thoroughbred Central can find me the winner on Stradbroke Day at Eagle Farm. My mate Josh Fleming will call them all home for us. We'll be back in business at the Sapphire Coast on Sunday, a big program there. So it's been a great day here in the nation's capital. I hope we've helped you find a few winners. It's back to you, Caroline.